Hey guys, Fox here with a lyrical monasterio deck profile for you guys today, which is Alestiel. Definitely my favorite lyrical monasterio deck out of the first wave of support that we got. Since the second wave of support is right around the corner, I thought I'd show my final builds for the two lyrical decks I have. Before I get started, though, I just want to apologize for the lack of upload the last 2 weeks. Just had a lot going on in life. Somebody pulled out without looking and slammed into the side of my car, and I've been working a ton of hours. So thanks for bearing with me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile here. So we are running our main grade 3 from the Ride deck is Archangel of Twin Wings Alestiel. So the mechanic for this deck is what's called White Wings, Black Wings. So basically, you bind cards from the top of your deck for the skills of the Ride deck. And White Wings is when the total grade in your bind zone is odd. You are in White Wings, and then if the grades are even, you are in Black Wings. So you add up all the grades in your bind zone for those effects. And so Alestiel herself, the main boss unit's skill is when you're in at the beginning of your main phase, you choose a card from your bind zone, put it in your hand, and then you put the top card of your deck in your bind zone. So it gives you good card advantage, and it helps you just cycle. And it helps you get additional guard and just get free advantage, which is nice. And then if White Wings is active, during your turn, it gets plus 5,000 and plus 1 critical. And if Black Wings is active, all of your opponents get minus 5,000 power during your turn. So definitely a really strong card, especially if you have both White and Black Wings active. And then for the grade 2 of the Ride deck, we run one of this Alestiel. Her skill is when she's placed, you choose a card from your bind, put it on the bottom of your deck, and then bind the top card of your deck. Her White Wings effect is you counterblast 1, she gets plus 1 critical until end of turn. And then her Black Wings effect is when she attacks, your opponent cannot call trigger units from hand and Guardian Circle. Those are both Vanguard only effects. So are the grade 3 Alestiels. And then for the grade 1 of the Ride deck, when you ride it on your Vanguard circle, you bind the top card of your deck. And then her White Wings is when you would ride from your Ride deck, you may Soul Blast 1 instead of discarding a card. And then her Black Wings is all of your opponent's grade 1 or less rear guards cannot attack this unit. So it helps prevent you from getting grade 1 rushed, which is actually really nice. And it does come up against decks like Magnolia and Flagberg, different decks like that. And then I'm running the Alestiel starter as well, just to kind of stay on theme. And then for the grade 3s, we're running 3 more Alestiel because you want to get your Persona Ride. And then one of the best cards in the deck, Incessant Vocal Elkle, we're running 4. Her ability is when she is bound, until end of turn, both your Black Wings and your White Wings effects are active. And then when your Vanguard is placed, you can bind, or when your Vanguard is placed, bind this unit and you draw a card. So really good. If you just blind bind it, it's amazing. And even if you get binded by riding, it's really good, but it's harder to get it by binding by riding because obviously she's a grade 3, so you have to be a grade 3, and it's like a lightning rod of attacks and skills from your opponent trying to retire it. And then our last grade 3 is running 4 Brainy Player Bibwell. This is one of the manipulation cards of the deck that helps you switch between White and Black Wings, so you can get like multiple effects off, or if you have like a Black Wing effect in your hand and then you have a White Wing effect you want to use in your hand, you can use both of them. So she's 8,000 power, which is relevant for a card I'll show you later in the deck profile. But her skill is use Soul Boss 1 to retire it, draw a card, choose up to 1 trigger unit from your bind zone, and it gets grade +1 until end of turn. And then if you have white wings, Van or rear guard, it gets +5,000 power and +5,000 shield. So really good. And then moving on to grade 2s, another manipulation card. I'm running 4 Advent Stroke Shadale. I believe it's Shadale. Yeah, Shadale. Her ability is you counterblast 1, put in a soul, draw a card, choose up to 1 card from your bind zone, and it gets grade +1 until end of turn. And then her Black Wings ability is this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and cannot be attacked by your opponent's rear guard. So it's kind of like a better resist. So this card is like really amazing. And like I said, helps you utilize both your white and black wings. So you can play both of those type of units in the deck. And then to round out the grade 2s, we're running 3 Heavenly Recital male. They're all angels, if you couldn't tell. Some of them have black wings. The ones with the only black wings effects you'll notice, and then the ones with only white wings effects you'll notice have white wings. And then obviously if they have both, like Alestiel, it's kind of mixed, which I think is neat. It was a nice touch. So she has black wings, auto on rear guard. At the end of the battle that it attacked while boosted, choose a card from your soul or rear guards, and you may return to your hand. And then if you chose a card from your soul, you put this unit into your soul. So it's pretty good. Definitely bounce a card, so you can like boost with a perfect guard. If you don't have any other boosters, bounce it back to your hand. You can recycle abilities that have on-play abilities, like the one grade 1 I'll show you later in the profile. So she's like a really good utility card. And then the grade 1 I was talking about, I earned 4 wings with Rainbow Glow Aramuel. She is the best support card in the deck. She's just amazing. And I think she's only going to get stronger when we get the second wave of support here shortly in English. So her ability is White Wings. Auto, when it's placed on rear, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards for every 3 of your units with odd grades, and they get +5,000 and +1 critical. So you're automatically usually always giving one unit +5k and a crit. And if you have a lot of odd graded units, which I run more of the odds, that's why I don't run that many grade 2s, you're getting 2 units that you're giving +5 and a crit. And you're in White Wings when you're using this, so your Alestiel will also have +5k and a crit. So you're basically, your entire front row has +5 and a crit. So if they're at 4 damage, they have to block everything or they just lose the game. And then we're running 2 of the Sentinels, not from the trial deck, from the actual set, where if you have 1 or less cards in hand, you don't have to discard for the cost. And then to round out the grade 1s, we're running 2 Little Piece Prail. Her White Wings ability is Van or rear. It gets +2k power and defense. So it's just a good booster for your 8k grade 2, which is why I like her in the deck. And then we are running 2 Cloudless Heart Mael. Mael's ability is White Wings. When this unit is placed on rear, counterblast 1, soulblast 1, choose a card with 8k from your drop and put it to your hand. So it's really good recursion. Really helps out against those decks that retire your rear guards, and helps you get back your key pieces. And as you notice, as I was going through the deck, almost every card in the deck has 8,000 power besides the triggers, Alestiel, this unit itself, and maybe the PGs. Yeah, the PGs as well. And then moving on to triggers, we're running 1 of the Lyrical Monasterio Over trigger. Its drive check effect is you give 100 million to a unit, and then for the rest of the game, or the fight rather, you get all your rear guards get +10,000 power, so it makes all of your rear guards just really scary for the rest of the game. And then obviously if you damage check it, it gets removed from the game and you draw a card. And then I'm running 4 Soft Light Pruel, 4, which is the heal. Running 4 Grinning Dragon Scale Ilse, just because I like her art. 1, she's a critical trigger. 1 Astisize Misa from the trial deck holo that I pulled. 1 Gluttonora, off the screen here now. And then to round out the criticals, 2 original styled El Shulka, just to kind of keep my opponents guessing. And then 3 Glee Singing Tetuel, the front trigger. The reason I'm running fronts instead of draws as my final trigger is because you just get enough card advantage off of not having to discard if you're on White Wings for the grade 1 of the Rod Dex ability. And then the recursion you get from your utility units and Alestiel skill allowing you to add a card from your bind every turn. So I really feel like you don't need the draws in the deck. So yeah, that's the deck profile. I'm really looking forward to the new support, and I'll make sure I update you guys as soon as I get all the new support cards I need when the set releases. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and let me know what fights or deck profiles you want to see next, and I'll catch you guys next time.